Morning, good evening, good afternoon, lads, ladies, pirates, players, real people behind the profile stats. Let today be the day that we respond to the Discord going on the Discords. That's the one. Basically, there's some conversations, conversations, and basically something about perks being funded, something about having just two players funding certain specific perks, such as the training grounds and the pirate catcher. The thing is, the first thing I did was I looked up the meanings and the correct spellings. Pirate Dave, what are you doing here? Yeah, so basically, I was checking up on what the meanings and understandings behind a guild are to start with. Because to my understandings of linguistics and algorithm dynamics of gameplay, it's important to understand about the subject at hand. And the subject at hand says that a guild is something that's managed or run between a number of people, players. And that's what I've been always working towards. That's what I've been trying to help to create. That we need to be better understanding towards one another's. I'll explain to you what I mean, alright? Say a player like myself from England is playing with a player from, say, Australia, say like Kondo. So what happens is, the 2, 3, 4 hours that I can give to my gameplay during my daytime, once it finishes, then Kondo's shift comes on. Because she lives in Australia, she's loyal to the game. So then she keeps at 2, 4 hours or whatever hours that she plays, and when her shift finishes, my shift starts. But what if I'm doing a night shift? So my time will be same as Kondo's, you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to explain is it's not always about English speaking people, and it's not always about the time zones. It's more like, when is the availability for certain specific players, people, real people behind the profile stats? When are they able to come on? So what you do is, you need to understand there's a thing called a perk management. Now, we've done many videos in the past about this, but it seems like amnesia or some short, long-term memory flip-flop loss. I gotta keep repeating it. Look, this is the flag. Partaged. Yeah, I'm talking from here. Yeah, across the waves. With my echoes. That's the one. Partaged. Yeah, so I try to understand that I'm not against you. But at the same time, I'm not part of your team either, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm loyal to the game. I'm loyal to the players that set their alarms in the middle of the night. The ones that work and play towards the betterment for the future of gameplay. We don't want to create this game to be a normality for just two players to come on a guild and think it's normal to run the perks by themselves. You can't expect to create the normality of having players that join this game and think to themselves that it's so good, it's okay to just fund the perks between two people. They're going to be skint. All the EP going to be gone. All the BP going to be gone. We should be encouraging more players to be playing either at the time of the perks, or either to allow the perks to reset at a point where most people are going to be actively online. Where I would say, instead of having two players to fund the BP, 50% each, it's better to have 5 players doing 20% each, so everyone takes not just the gains from having the perk, but the losses that the perk brings. But That's what we need to be working towards, the perk management. And that's what my gameplay is all about. My gameplay is all about the better visualizations of not just thinking, linguistics and understandings, but the practical applications of how to make things happen. We don't have to work on the suffering of others in any ways. If you're trying to be helpful to someone, speak in a sensible manner. Otherwise, keep that chopped on your mother with love shut and understand that it's time to make things happen. The time for talking is done. The time for talking has finished. It's time to pull up your socks and pull up your trousers. That's the one. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, make sure you get your quiffs on the right way around in case you go out and you blows off on that, at least you know which side you're picking up first and that. Also make sure that you got your hearts in the right places. My videos are just a reminder. They're nothing more. They're nothing less. For all those that be worthy. Gedabedoofd. So I'm wishing you all well, wherever you may be. Keep smiling, keep shining, keep rising in your gameplay enjoyments, but most importantly, with a gedabadoof of real life. Patosh, patish, patoosh, that's the one. Perk management is your solution, your answer. I don't understand how you could ask that question. When you've got so many guilds under your belt, you've got like 20, 30, 40 players, and you're still worried about how many players should be perk funding and stuff. What's going on with your gameplay? Patosh. And that's what it's all about. Gadabadoofed. Yeah, it's all about, oh my word, it's all about getting done by that grand hammer partner Gadabadoofed. Yeah, so it's important that you understand that we are trying to create a betterment for the future of this game. We're not trying to create dead guilds. Imagine 2 players funding perks in a closed guild that are leading the Rumble leaderboards champions. I mean, I would hate to see that every single month or every single week, every single day, the same 2 players. So it's like when you've got a guild, when you've been playing for like 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and you come to agree with something like that, I mean, like, where'd you get that from? Where did you get that understanding from? How could that even possibly be even right? Could you imagine what the future of this game would be if only 2 players would join a guild? Do you know what a guild consists of? Fizzy Pop.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you what a guild consists of?
What?
A blacksmith. A stonemason. You need all these different types of things involved. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's all these different types of perks. Different, like taverns. You see how many players are in there?
Yeah.
They're different type of troops.
Yeah.
This is what the configuration is all about. It's all about having more hands. I mean, if you have a guild with just 2 players, they can be complaining about the guildship troops. And then only those 2 players can help each other with the troops, depending on when they awaken and stuff.
Yeah.
What if they fall out with each other? It's the end of the game. Yeah, so it's important that we understand what we are getting ourselves into. It's important we don't allow the vocal minority. This ain't no a NATO going on here, sunshine. This is not the part of town that NATO rules over here. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the one. Y'all stand up for all across the world, whether they be Chinese, Russian, whether they be Indian, Pakistani, whoever's. I stand up for everyone. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, don't allow the disputes of real life get in the way, you understand what I'm saying? Don't allow this mumbo jumbo muddle stuff going on. Yeah, that's what's going on. I know you're trying to draw lines. We know what's going down. You think I'm just observing what's happening on the parts of the world where my elders are from? No, no, no. I've been observing everything for a long time, just watching what's going down. And that's what it's all about. It's all about all those that be worthy. It's all about keeping consistent, knowing, understanding what gameplay people are playing. People are playing with the feelings of players and people. Don't do that. Don't play with people's feelings. Don't mess about with people's homes and start trying to show and draw grid lines of who's traveling where with your little maps and stuff and trying to keep eyeing one another's and the progress of others. You're trying to just like slow it down. Yeah, it's not happening. Not under my watch anyway, in gameplay. Get a doofed. And that's the one. Yeah, keep your quiffs on the right way around, as I said from the start, and make sure you pull up your socks and pull up your trousers. There's no more pants, you understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. That's the one. Yeah, it's all about perk management. Allow the perks to rotate to a time where most of your players are online and they're willing to, whoever's got issues with like a BP or an EP or they need to save it, make one or two players aware or some of the main players, like seniors, whoever they are, or how big their quiffs is. Let them know that, I need to save some sort of I need to build this or build that. And, it should be all good. And if they don't understand, then, that's just not the place for you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the one. Get a doofed. This going on the Discords, like always. Vertauscht.